Hello everyone. So today I'll be sharing my economy notes with you and we'll be discussing some important parts of the economy notes. The notes or what are the portion which are very important from exam point of view. And yes, keep on preparing for your UPSC prelims. Don't think that it will be getting postponed. It may or may not be postponed, right? We don't know it yet. But right now, your major aim should be to prepare. Now, let's start. And what I will do is I will first of all discuss the important portions of the economy notes, and then we can go through all the remaining portion which is left. And again, if you people want me to share these notes, you can share me or you can send me a WhatsApp message. I will share the number in the description. Also, if you people want me to have, if you people want to have one-on-one session with me, where you want to share your heart out, you want to discuss your problems, you want to tell me what are the issues which you're facing in your preparation, you can also do that. The number will be same. So I will just give that number in the description. Now, and then we can schedule a one-to-one online session. Now, first of all, what is important is Aadhaar. Regarding Aadhaar, we already know all these stuffs, but sometimes we do a mistake. What is a mistake? We feel that Aadhaar is a proof of citizenship. No, Aadhaar is not a proof of citizenship. Aadhaar is your proof of identity. It will tell you who you are. It will prove your date of birth, just like your 10th certificate, right? It will prove it will be a proof of your address, but it is not a proof of your citizenship, and this is very important. It doesn't tell whether you're an Indian or a foreigner. So Aadhaar is not a proof of your citizenship. Now, I have cut this out because maybe I have written it somewhere else, or maybe I've written multiple number of times, but this is important from exam point of view, these reports. So World Employment and Social Outlook Trends Report, 2018-19 or whatever it is. So World Employment and Social Outlook Trends Report is this published by ILO, International Labour Organization. Now, second thing which I have cut here, which again can be important from, what do you say? Important from prelims perspective is this. We all know that 10% reservation has been provided to EWS. But again, there are different cases which were saying that you cannot do that. Or in ambiguous terms, they were saying it, you cannot do that, or there were certain terms, right? Now, to what do you say, to protect themselves or to defend themselves, government invoked DPSP, Directive Principles and State Policy, contained in Article 46. So they can ask you in prelims, they can directly ask you, what does Article 46 deals with? And remember, they have asked Article 141. So they can ask you anything here. So what is Article 46? Article 46 talks about promotion of education and economic interest, not only education, but even economic interest of not only SC/ST, but even other weaker section, which government is claiming that EWS is. Although 8 lakh criteria is little controversial, right? So can you say that the person who is earning 7.9 lakhs, he belongs to an economically weaker section? So there is a lot of data, there's a lot of debate on this. So, but again, we'll not go there. What we have to understand is what is Article 46. Article 46 talks about not only education, but even economic interests of not only SC/ST, but even other weaker section also, in which government is claiming that EWS belongs to this other weaker section part. Okay, now I'm not reading everything. I can share the PDF with you. You can go through them, but I'm just telling you right now what are the important parts of my notes which I have shared here or which I have made, and then we can go to the not that important part. But first of all, we're talking about the most important part of my notes. Now, price elasticity of demand. This is very important concept which you have to understand, because if you're reading macroeconomics and they do ask these questions, these are basic questions, right? So what is price elasticity? Understand this. Price elasticity of demand means percentage change in quantity demanded upon percentage change in price. So if on change of price, the change in quantity demanded changes a lot. If change in price, the change in quantity demanded changes a lot, then that means that quantity is elastic, like tea and coffee. These are complementary goods. Later on, you will also see about complementary goods. What does complementary good means? If the price of tea increases, then you can switch to coffee or vice versa. So these are elastic, right? So they are highly elastic. Elastic means a small change in price can determine or can change the quantity demanded, right? But milk is inelastic. Even if government increases the price of milk, and they are doing it, right? 21 half kg or whatever is the amount. Even if government increases the price of milk, what will you do? You will not start drinking water, right? So you will drink milk only. So milk is highly inelastic. Inelastic means even with high change in price, the change in quantity of demand generally does not change that much, right? So it is inelastic because there's no proper substitute of milk. So that's why it is inelastic. Cool. So understand this price elasticity and elastic and inelastic. Inelastic means if the price of that particular quantity increases, then you can switch to another complementary good of it, or you can switch to another product which is a complement of that particular product, right? So tea and coffee, they are complementary goods and they're highly elastic, but milk is inelastic because there is no proper substitute for it. Even with increase in price, You cannot go to and cannot keep on drinking water, right? Bonvita does not taste good with water, right? You will drink milk, even if it is a powdered milk. Okay, now another important thing is, which I've noted down in my notes, is this minting coins. See, understand one thing. We talk about that 5 rupee note or 10 rupee note or 15 rupee note, whatever notes are being issued by RBI. But understand one thing, when it comes to minting coins, I've written minting coins. When it comes to minting coins, Government of India has the sole right to mint coins. Here, RBI does not mint coins. Government of India mints coins, and coins up to rupees 1,000 can be issued by Government of India. Up to rupees 1,000, you can have a coins. Now, right now, what happens? Even if you have 10 rupee coin and a lot of 10 rupee coins, you start crying that I don't want 10 rupee coins. It happens in many areas. But government has a jurisdiction that it can issue coins up to rupees 1,000 under Coinage Act 1906. Coinage Act 1906. And again, Department of Economic Affairs, Ministry of Finance. So again, they can ask you this question also. Department of Economic Affairs comes under which particular ministry? So it comes under Ministry of Finance. So Department of Economic Affairs, Ministry of Finance is the nodal authority looking after coin minting in India. So this we have to understand. Now again, this is a very important question, which and why it is an important question? Because in 2018 UPSC, they have in prelims, they have asked this particular question based on Treasury bill and government security. Understand this, and we'll then go to the question, what was the question which was asked. So Treasury bills, which is also called T bills, they are short term. They are not long term. They're short term debt instruments issued by government for 91 days, 182 days, or 364 days. So that means a multiple of 91, right? So they are short term debt instruments which are issued by Government of India. And remember, they are only issued by Government of India. Treasury bills cannot be introduced by or cannot be issued by state governments. Now, state government issue only bonds or dated securities, which are called state development loans, SDLs, right? Now, on the other hand, GSEC, that is government security, is a tradable instrument which is issued by both central or state government. So this is very, very, very important, because UPSC these days has a tendency to repeat its question. What you need to understand is treasury bills or short-term debt instruments, which are T-bills, they can be issued only by Government of India, whereas GSEC can be issued by both central and state government. Now let's go to the question which they have asked in 2018, so that you can see that yes, they are actually, now see, this is how, like when I was doing UPSC 2018 questions, so I made it like this. See, just a second. See, RBI is the debt manager of both central and state government. So it manages debt of both central and state government. Now, this is the question. And see, I have written here UPSC 2018. So this question has been asked in UPSC 2018. Treasury bills is only issued by Government of India and not state government, right? And treasury bills are issued at discounted price. Suppose you buy a treasury bill of rupees 1,000 and it is written there on 1,000. So they will give it to you at 970, and this 30 rupees excess is your interest. So treasury bills are issued at a discount from par value. So whatever be the par value, in this case it is 1,000. So it will be offered at a discount, and whatever difference is there, that will be your interest, right? So treasury bills only issued by Government of India. Don't do a mistake there. Now let's again go back to what we were reading. So treasury bill we have read, GSEC we have read that GSEC is issued by both Government of India as well as central government. Now let's talk about, now again remember this Employees Provident Fund Organization, that is EPFO. It comes under Ministry of Labor and Employment. EPFO comes under Ministry of Labor and Employment. Right now, sometimes we feel that it must be coming under Ministry of Finance or something like that. No, EPFO comes under Ministry of Labor and Employment. Now, this is very important. Types of unemployment, and generally they will, mm, mm, you can get confused regarding this type of employment. And see there, see this, what I have written here, T2 inclusive growth. What does it mean? I have even written the topics for GS3 under which you can read these topics. See, there is no specific thing as this is prelims and this is mains. Sometimes things overlap, right? Things which are important for mains, they can be asked in prelims also. So these types of unemployment, the seasonal, frictional, structural, and cyclic unemployment, these things you can also mention in your T2 or G3, what do you say, GS3 topic, that is inclusive growth and issues arising from it. There also you can talk about these. So first of all, let's talk about different kinds of unemployment. Now, first of all, seasonal unemployment. As the name suggests, this is unemployment at particular times of the year. So this is seasonal unemployment, seasonal in nature. Now, frictional unemployment, interesting, because we tend to forget these kind of unemployment. Frictional unemployment means you have left one job and you have not found another. You have left one job because you were unsatisfied with it or whatever, but you have not found another. So the time duration between them, the employment which you're suffering, is frictional unemployment. Structural unemployment. Right now we're talking about AI and all those stuff, that AI will take our jobs and all those things, right? So this is a mismatch between skills. Or sometimes the foreign companies also said that the Indian laborers are not employable, not employable. So this is a structural employment mismatch between skills like robots or AI. So this is structural employment. Cyclic unemployment, that is contraction phase of business cycle. So sometimes your business grows, sometimes it contracts. So the unemployment which arises because of the contraction phase of business cycle, that is called cyclic unemployment. Right now, because of this coronavirus, many business cycle are witnessing their contraction phase. So they can undergo, or they can release certain employees, which will go through the cyclic unemployment phase. Contraction phase, expansion phase, contraction phase, expansion phase. So this is a cyclic, this has a cyclic nature. That's why these kind of unemployments are called cyclic unemployment, right? Now SFIO, what is SFIO? SFIO is Serious Frauds Investigation Office. I've talked about it in my second ARC videos also, because second ARC has talked about SFIO. Right now, not very important from prelims perspective. We'll talk about it later on. Let me see what are the things which we have to discuss more in this particular session. So yes, this is very important. CPI and WPI, very important from exam perspective. And again, I have told you in the starting also, if you want me to share this PDF, just send me a message. I will share the number in the description. WhatsApp message, send me a WhatsApp message. If you don't have WhatsApp because you people are studying, so sometimes people, what is it, deactivate their WhatsApp, just send me a regular message also. That will also work. Even if you want to have a one-on-one session with me, and we can schedule an online session, doesn't matter where you are. I've done that many times. So CPI and WPI, now this is very, very, very important. Now, who publishes what? And again, the question, this is based on UPSC PYQ. And it's not like if UPSC has asked it once, it will not ask it again. So understand this, and understand this very minutely, that Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation, MOSPI, Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation, it publishes CPI ruler. First of all, what is CPI? CPI is Consumer Price Index, and WPI is Wholesale Price Index, right? So CPI rural, CPI urban, and CPI combined, they are published by MOSPI, right? But Labor Bureau, which is under Ministry of Labor and Unemployment, or employment, not unemployment, although we can even right now say unemployment because unemployment is at all-time high. Okay, that was a joke. So Labor Bureau publishes CPI for industrial workers, for agricultural laborers, as well as CPI for rural laborers. So for all these three, and they have asked this particular question only in previous year UPSC questions. I think 15, 16, I don't remember the year, but they have asked it. So Labor Bureau is publishing for industrial workers, for agricultural laborers, as well as for rural laborers. So whatever CPI is being published for these, they are being published by Labor Bureau. And whatever CPI is being published for CPI rural and CPI urban and CPI combined, whoever is publishing it, this is being published by MOSPI. Grammatically, I was wrong, but I hope you're getting the gist what I'm trying to tell you. CPI rural, CPI urban, CPI combined, MOSPI, and CPI industrial workers, CPI agricultural labor, and CPI rural labor, that is being published by our cutie pie Labor Bureau. WPI, who publishes WPI? So WPI is being published by Economic Advisor, which is under Ministry of Commerce and Industry. So Ministry of Commerce and Industry, they publishes WPI. Remember it. Don't get it mixed with Ministry of Finance. No, Ministry of Commerce and Industry publishes WPI. So we'll keep until this only in this particular session, and I will keep on making videos on different notes which I have prepared. Okay, fine, fine, fine. So that's it, dudes. See you people in the next session. Thank you.